Welcome to another episode of The Gambling Update presented by US Bets. I'm Eric Raskin. Every week we're covering the biggest breaking news in the US gambling industry. And if you've been waiting for a mainstream brand, far more mainstream than DraftKings or FanDuel or Caesars or MGM, to enter the sports betting space, that moment has arrived. Fox is buying 4.99% of the Stars Group, the parent company of PokerStars, for $236 million. And under this new arrangement, the companies plan to launch Fox Bet this fall. The app will feature free-to-play games and, in states with legal mobile sports betting, users will be able to place real money wagers as well. So there should be a Fox-branded site and app taking bets this fall with the power of the Fox media and marketing machine behind it. It should be noted that Fox has an option in the next 10 years to increase from that almost 5% stake to a 50% stake. But for now, the key news is that there's a new biggest name in sports betting, at least until ESPN or Facebook or Nike makes the leap. In other news, 2 new states have officially passed sports betting legislation in the past week. At the close of business last Friday, Montana became the first state to get the job done in 2019 when Governor Steve Bullock signed off on HB 725, although he vetoed SB 330, meaning there will be only one provider in the Big Sky state for now, the lottery. This Wednesday, Indiana got in on the fun when Governor Eric Holcomb signed a comprehensive bill with land-based and mobile wagering, no in-person registration requirement, and a reasonable 9.5% tax rate. On paper, Indiana's approach to sports betting looks a lot like New Jersey's, and New Jersey has seen by far the highest revenues of any state that has come aboard in the past year. And speaking of New Jersey, the fight against the Department of Justice's new opinion on the Wire Act continues, with the Garden State now suing the DOJ. State Attorney General Gerbier Graywall filed a Freedom of Information Act request in February to obtain any records of communications between the DOJ, the White House, and casino mogul and Republican mega-donor Sheldon Adelson. Essentially, it seemed a little coincidental that the DOJ was suddenly pushing Adelson's long-standing anti-online gaming agenda. Well, now Graywall is suing the DOJ for allegedly stonewalling him, failing to respond to the request. Graywall said in a statement, quote, "It's especially important that we figure out whether this federal crackdown is the result of a lobbying campaign by a single individual seeking to protect his personal business interests." End quote. Time will tell if we see any accountability from the government here. That's all for this week's edition of The Gambling Update presented by US Bets. We'll see you again next week.